This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The following will contain strong language, adult themes, and Mara. You know that's me. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, we saying it's Nell.
Hi guys, what's goody? It's Tammy.
Hey, it's your girl Mara, and this is a Not Too Much podcast. If you know,
You know.
Hi guys. I don't know if the previous conversation will be included in this episode, but
It better.
I'll put it at the end as like a little blooper.
yeah. I feel like it was just a mess. Anyway, how happened to the last episode? How is everyone feeling about it?
Aww.
You sad?
Violence.
I still see you people every day.
Okay,
So
for the audience. My God.
Why are you being so...
listen, it's still so early for me.
It's
What?
10 minutes past 1.
Too early for me.
Right.
But I will miss you people. Yeah.
Anyway, it's the last episode of a second season.
can't.
And I feel like at this point, especially with the Instagram polls, head over to NTM Pod on Instagram. I feel like you guys have gotten to know us a little bit more, a little bit of our personalities, our quirks and twerks.
What?
Wow.
Must everything rhyme?
She's the marketing
I didn't know
queen.
where I was going.
Twerks and twerks. We could do something with that.
We could. Anyway, I'll tell you afterwards. But, and I feel like, I think everyone has a very different perception of our personalities. Now, it's got the clogs turning. Do you hear my brain? It's going,
Clogs.
Isn't it the clogs in your head?
Cogs.
Oh.
I was envisioning a lot.
I'm not going to lie. I was going to let you roll over with that one. But the time we really had to...
Let me just get to it. So, I feel like to have a podcast, many people think you have to be very extroverted.
Overbearing, brash. No.
I wouldn't describe us as
man.
that.
Oh. Clack that tea. Clack it.
Anyway, I feel like most people would be like, oh, you have to be extroverted and talkative and one thing about us, talkative. But I wouldn't necessarily classify us all as extroverted.
No.
But this is the thing. This is what got me. I was like, how do you understand if you are extroverted or introverted? Because it's a very why is she laughing?
No, this is gonna be such a chaotic. This is gonna be such a chaotic last episode. But Tammy literally went to the side, turned her head away from the mic, and like a fish, just like silently yawned.
I had to.
I'm still sick, by the way.
Sorry. Right, no,
So chaotic. But Mara, continue.
my point was, stop. How do we understand if we're extroverted or introverted? Because although it's very clear differences between them, stereotypical differences, I will say,
Clamp on it.
there needs to be nuance, and there is now. People are saying they're an introverted, extrovert, introvert. What the hell is going on?
They flipping it
Ambivert.
inside, outside.
Ambivert too. That's
They're
a new
Missy
thing.
Elliott. They're flipping it inside, outside.
Yeah. Let me just open out the conversation because I can't do
But
this anymore.
I wanted to say though, like, before we get into it, like, what do you guys define yourself?
Before we get into it, we've done about 5 minutes.
This is pure waffle.
Let me speak. Is this not a collaborative process?
Okay.
What do you guys define yourselves as? It's a serious question now. I don't. This girl. Let me just direct your attention to the fact that this girl laughs when you can't see her.
Okay, I would. Okay, this is where it gets more tricky. I would say I'm an introvert. There's no denying that with me.
I would say.
Thanks for the. There was a very comforting nod from Tam. She said, very Oprah-like.
Oh, that's what she reminds me of. Oprah. Anyway.
You get a car. You get.
I wouldn't be giving everyone a car.
I think Oh, I feel like there needs to be a spectrum. I feel like I'm in between.
Ambi.
Yeah, that called me that.
Stop with that
the
black
fist.
power fist.
The Harriet Tubman fist everywhere.
To freedom! We've said that so many times on this podcast, you know. I say maybe ambi because although I feel like most people be like I'm extroverted, but realistically, when it's time to go, it's time to go. I don't like being in environments where I'm forced to stay out. 1. 2, after a long time of being extroverted, I need a break. I have to
Recharge
have a
your social battery.
or 2 that I don't see anyone. Everyone's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? You, leave me alone.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
What would you say you are, TT?
Excuse me.
No, we're not that close.
Oh, no. I think we need to leave that where it started. Return it to something. But for me, well, I think a lot of... What's so funny? I didn't even get to answer.
No, cut that. Yeah, carry on.
But the thing is, yeah, I think a lot of people misconstrue introversion or extroversion for, like, being, like you said, confident or shy or something like that. Like, because I feel like I'm quite... I think my probably bubbly.
Bubbly.
Oh, no.
My hubba nature has
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
what? I didn't even finish what I was describing.
Hubba Bubba, the chewing gum. Yeah.
Thank you. Now
It's full of flavour, but it runs
back
out
to
real
the
quick.
topic. Back
Wait,
to the
no,
topic.
I'm trying to say that.
Now let's try out a new laugh. Ever since she's been ill, her vocal cords have been rearranged.
Oh no!
But I was trying to say that because I think my bubbly, my outgoing nature, maybe someone would say, like allows people to think that I am probably more extroverted than I am. But what do you guys think I am actually? I want to make this a little.
You're an extrovert.
You're an extrovert.
Huh?
You are. Tammy, you are.
Sorry.
But
You know those memes? I really was stuck.
You know what we need to talk about then? What are the qualities of
Why are you still pointing at me?
introverts?
Now she's pointing at me.
What are the qualities of introverts and extroverts, and is there room to have a grey area? Because what makes us this? I don't understand.
I will say this. I don't believe in binary.
Oh, sorry.
Our family listens to this podcast.
I know. Do you know what? Wait, I have the word binary written down. So carry on. I like the train of thought. It might lead into mine.
So I'm basically here to help you.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I was going to say is, right, I don't think one person can be fully an introvert and fully an extrovert. Like you can...
Oh! No!
Just one click.
She's in the sunken place.
No, but I feel like you can be an introvert with extrovert qualities at times. You can be an extrovert with introvert qualities at times. I don't think you can be stuck. But in terms of qualities, I feel like an introvert tends to prefer familiar faces and likes consistency with that.
I like that.
Whereas an extrovert is more willing to kind of explore and likes and gains energy from meeting different people and stuff like that.
That's a good way.
Now
I
it really
like
comes through
that.
with good definitions for
It's
each
all the
topic.
Google Scholars.
She being sorry.
You have to expose black now.
But girl, you
sorry.
do love a study from Google Scholar.
Every time I think of something, I go on Google Scholar.
Yeah.
As you should.
She told me, because I was thinking at one point, now this girl can't be reading this from the top of her head.
You know what I mean? You just want to open up her head. But no, I agree with no. But my whole thing is, which moments do you think clarified for each of you that we were either an introvert, extrovert, wherever it may be?
Oh, probably younger years.
Mm.
Probably younger years. You know what? For me, it was when I went to a completely different high school to everyone from my primary school.
Okay. Was your high school connected to your?
No, I moved house.
Okay.
So I moved, and then I was in a different area, and then I was literally basically going to school that no one else went to, from my primary school. And I'm not gonna lie, it didn't faze me. So I was assured that I can meet new people and make friends. I didn't need the safety blanket of familiar faces. That's probably, if I look back at it, that was probably when I was like, oh, period.
Me?
What about you, Nano?
Oh.
What
was
that? That sounded like a Nino. No.
I've always been an introvert. Personally, for me, I can't read people's emotions. Like, when I first meet a person, I find it hard to understand how they're feeling. Like, I know it sounds kind of weird, but like, I need to get to know a person, to know their patterns, to know how they're feeling in order to interact with them. So for me, I've always known that that's a lot of energy and time. And I'm a very passive person.
Very.
Okay. No, but I just don't have... I'm too tired. Like, I'm a very passive person. And also, I don't really gain energy from meeting new people. Like, I can do it, and I will do it if I need to. Like, if I'm in a room full of introverts, I'll be the extrovert. However, it's not something that I would actively seek out.
Okay.
Whereas you actively seek it out.
Was I silent or was I silent? You didn't even let me speak.
No, because I don't think even me, I don't actively seek it out unless we're in a specific setting, like coming to uni for the first time.
Right.
God,
and being in a flat and like actively seeking out, like being like meeting other people. But realistically, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not going up to 55 people like, oh, hi.
Who's going up to 55 people being like, oh,
Tammy, you do Tour de France.
It's you. It's you. It's always you.
I think people have the perception of me that...
Perception.
Yeah, that's the word.
Maybe it's the truth. Ooh. Did you think about that?
It was all a lie.
Perception. People have the warped perception of me that I'm very loud, very outgoing, very bubbly, very smiley, very friendly. But realistically, I don't like none of you people.
So you're fake.
I'm joking, nice.
The worst thing is, like, everything she just said, apart from the loud bit, I think that's debatable, is you.
Yeah. Don't think you're loud, just think your voice travels. Wait. I don't think
what
you're
trying
loud.
to say?
No, I don't think you're loud.
But you don't have a loud personality.
You're not. You don't shout. You're just talking.
Yeah, I'm just talking.
But your voice projects.
You know something?
But that's not loud.
Do you know how? You know how many years I've had to carry this type of voice with me, and people have just been like, "Girl, inside voice," and I've just been like, "This is inside voice."
There's a lot of microaggressions.
You know what I mean?
Where do you carry your voice in your bag? I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
What are you cackling for? Because I can relate to the observations and the feelings that you've both mentioned, and I can blend the blending of the two of those I would say to an extent be my experiences. So I never feel like Nell says, like, you know, I don't think there are any binaries here. Like, I don't really sit in one category. I just think that, I mean, you know, I can sit with, oh yeah, you're a bubbly introvert. I can sit with that.
I can see that. I think it's all about it's kind of like navigating people's perceptions and then your own perception versus people's reality and your own reality. It's quite
because I feel like with introversion and extroversion, it's also about like the thinking and feeling process. I think if people know me, I'm a very deep thinker. I think so internally sometimes, and I'm so like so I think so inwardly that sometimes I get so lost in it. I feel like, yes, there are elements where I could see, okay, where that extroversion, all those qualities make sense. But I just see myself as being someone who's like so, not self-absorbed, but inwardly absorbed with my thoughts about, you know, life, philosophy, all these things, that I'm just like, it makes sense. And those things kind of bring me a lot of peace. As much as I like to seek out those, like, you know, being in a dynamic environment. Oh, honey, when that thing drains me, that thing drains me.
I have a theory. I think most people would say they're introverts because of that.
Yeah.
Let me post something. How about that's just being human, because all things will drain you at one point. being outside will drain you, being inside will drain you. People have their breaking points. That doesn't necessarily mean you're an introvert.
Oh no.
I'm gonna just put it out there.
I like that.
People just have their points where they just need to recharge in both directions, because introverts get tired of being by themselves too at a certain level.
Yeah.
So I kind of think,
because they associate one, like they have like stereotypes, like, okay, one's like a lone wolf and the other one's like a party animal.
Don't get me started.
TikTok is, I feel like a lot of people are, I think also like probably what you say, almost in a way, like romanticizing the idea of being an introvert. I've seen so many videos about being like, you know, they cut aside to you just in the bathroom looking at yourself in the mirror, taking that big deep breath, being like, I mean, I guess for me, I'm just gonna lay with like, I am what I am.
We just are. We're just human beings being thrown into a life.
There are gonna be days where I like people, like being around people. There are gonna be days when I don't like. There are gonna be, like, I think with my friendships, I love being in more of an intimate setting. Like being in small numbers, like threes and stuff like that, is helpful for me to be able to just really focus.
oh, thank God.
Well,
With that, wrap it up.
Got it. Hey guys, it's me again, back with another promotional break. Sadly, this is the last episode for season 2, but don't be afraid, you can still catch your girls at our Instagram at the NTM Pod. Head over there, you can kiki, laugh in the comments, even do a couple polls if you're feeling cheeky. You can also head over to our TikTok page at the NTM Podcast, where you can get a little insight to our daily lives, okay? If you're feeling extra generous, you can also give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, or you can give us a rating on Spotify. Anyway, I know you want to head over to the next part of the show, so I'm going to wrap this up. But we'll be seeing you in the next season. Don't forget about us, okay?
This is so disrespectful. The rate is actually so disrespectful. Get that disrespectful bitch out of here.
Sorry guys, if you guys hear the rain, I couldn't get it out in post. But yeah, Mara.
In what? In post?
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
As in post editing?
Yeah,
that's what they call. It's an industry term.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like I'm
Girl, you better get to
crazy?
know.
I don't know, and I'll stay not knowing. Anyway.
Ignorance at its finest.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes. No, it's not. Get that.
You shut that down.
But anyway, a lot of people are ignorant to their fans. No, not their fans, their faves. Guys, wait, I don't know if they know this, because it was cut out. One episode didn't go. That we're going to Beyonce.
Oh.
They know we're going to Beyonce.
No.
I don't know, because I didn't think,
It's not in that.
I don't think that episode's being released.
Yeah, it's not being released.
We're going to Beyonce, people.
We're going to Beyonce.
I feel so bad putting this on her. No, it's not on her, it's on us. Actually, not on us.
Nothing's on me.
It's
No.
on capitalism, but you know.
Okay, wait. So we're going to we're going to Beyonce 2 weeks before someone's birthday. Someone really special.
Just say yourself.
Mara's birthday.
I have a other friend whose birthday's on Mara's birthday.
No, I'm so sorry. And if you listen to the show, hi, but actually relax. Anyway,
Hey. No hard feelings, please.
there is. We're going to Beyonce, and I'm just gonna say that the ticket process, getting that, was actually really. Shout out! Oh wait, I didn't even get to do. Shout out to Now Sister.
Shout out to you.
We're doing the fist again to her.
She's doing a black power fist for you.
Because she really secured the tickets, even though we had every device set up. Anyway, I'm peddling around this to get to the point. The point is, basically, if we didn't get tickets, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Now will be here today. So
Not just now.
oh,
I would have been on my way out too.
Tammy too. I would have been very upset.
You would have found a way to keep going.
I would have been very upset for probably a year. No, we couldn't talk about it for a year, and then maybe after a year we could talk about it.
I'm still not over the fact that I don't want to talk about it. the formation tour. I'm not over the fact I couldn't do that. I'm not over the fact I didn't get to go on the run tour. I'm not over the fact that this is gonna be my first one, and thank God for Nell's sister. I'm thanking God for you, because this could have really been my 13th reason.
Right. For you.
For me, my family's a bit strict, so I knew I was never going to that formation tour. On the run too. I was there.
I knew she was gonna say this.
We were on the back seats, but we were there. I heard Holy Grail as she opened up, and I said, "I'm here. I'm in heaven."
Speaking of heaven and God, we obviously saw Beyonce in Dubai.
We
rise from the sky. Oh, we weren't there.
We
rise from the sky, and we looked up to her heavenly presence.
Dude, that drunken love riff.
Now we need to. Now we need to talk about something important. Because although we have a Beyonce, I'm gonna say fan, because we don't like the word stan, but stan culture is a part of this. Everybody who's a fan of some extreme fan on extreme end. Anytime something goes down with their fave, what happens?
Defensive. I think more so you feel hit as if it's you.
Yeah, you feel personally attacked.
You feel personally attacked because I guess, especially considering, I would say the people that I'm fans of and the era that they've come up in and the close relationship they've been able to form with their fans to really solidify a fan base. A lot of fans have developed parasocial relationships with those artists, and it's almost like seeing a really close relative or seeing like a family member just get struck.
It's like seeing your best friend get struck.
Yeah. So then it's like, do these close like parasocial relationships? Wow. Did you? I'm not even gonna point out what my mouth just formed. But do you think that leads to maybe people pedestaling these whatever it be, artists, actresses, just public figures as like, I won't say gods because you know, but in that realm of like importance to them, and in a way is that problematic because then you kind of negate any wrongdoings they have.
Yeah, I do. Like, listen, I think it takes a lot to be able to say that, especially I think I can even say this, that, you know, I guess growing up, you kind of almost blindly follow a person at times, and you can almost feel like because you love somebody so much and you're in awe of the things that they've done, you can almost, I guess, unintentionally or sometimes even intentionally just excuse some of the things that they've done, or not even excuse it. You can almost be like, it's hard for you to really accept that reality. I think there is an acceptance that this person is an actual person. It's not this fantasy or this idealized version that you've dreamed up. At the end of the day, this is a human being who is not perfect, who makes mistakes, and hopefully is taking accountability for those mistakes. And you as a person, you do not need to fight tooth and nail for this individual. I think that's something we need to realize. You can love and respect the work ethic or the things someone has contributed to an industry or to a genre or whatever it may be, but still at the end of the day be like, I am going to still be honest with myself. Integrity over everything. But it's easier said than done because, listen, I know this too well. It is easy to be like, oh, for goodness sake.
Right.
It's so easy to be like, for goodness sake, why can you just not do your thing?
I would say some things. Disclaimer, we're not talking about a particular public figure in this conversation.
This is very general.
This is very
general and kind of just our observations in terms of pop culture and the world. And this can really be any public figure. Politics, music, the arts, whatever. Yeah.
I just happen to love music, so I'm just talking about that.
For me, I think there's a lot that comes to play in this. There is maturity levels. There's the development of critical thinking, and then there's also this public figures. How do I put this? How attainable it is to be them. When you see someone as unattainable or they're untouchable, or maybe not to that degree, but you don't see yourself ever being on that level personally, I think it's easier to lift them up and to treat them and elevate them as other, rather than someone who is a human being on this earth who can make mistakes and also have the capability to acknowledge and accept those mistakes. When it comes to maturity levels, I will say that when I was younger, I fell victim to this. I definitely just willfully ignored
I would agree as well.
Problematic things that some of my faves have done, or I just didn't understand why that could be seen as problematic.
That's true, because realistically, like, you grow up and you have to kind of maybe unlearn, first of all, stuff that you in your childhood have like developed, and then you have to kind of learn a new set of rules, how to operate within society, what's seen as right and what's seen as wrong. And it's hard to navigate that when you're younger, because it flips all the time. Like, what is morally correct and what is morally incorrect is kind of, it's a grey area. So it's hard to navigate even now. So as a younger person, it would be difficult to kind of conceptualize and understand that. I agree.
And then there's critical thinking.
Oh gosh.
And I think critical thinking comes with time. Like, even now, I'm sure that in 5 years' time, the things that I think are acceptable now, with hopeful growth of critical thinking, I may not see that as right. And that's just life. But those components, I think, add up to seeing your idols as literal idols.
Do you think also, because I'm always interested to think about the thought process, especially because when I tap into like how my younger self was, but interested to see like the thought process behind like why you feel so emotionally charged to defend someone. And like we've established before, it can also be potentially, okay, it's like almost having like your best friend or a family member being attacked, and you take that on personally. But I think there's also a level of, if you resonate with whoever your idolized figure is, or the person that you do who inspires you, the person you admire, I think there's a level of feeling like, okay, it's not even just like, okay, this person's like a representation of me, or to some extent, or something like that. It's like almost, I think, like I said, with parasocial relationships, there's almost like this person is me. Like, we see each other. And I especially think, because of a lot of the people that, in terms of figures I surrounded myself in, especially in pop culture, like, especially being like, Black women, I definitely think I took some of the moments that were just purely holding them accountable more personally, because I was like, look, someone goes again trying to come and attack someone who is like me, someone who is me. Like, I felt like it was almost like they were coming for me, because I think a lot of people are like, if someone doesn't respect or like someone that you place so highly, what does that say about your judgment? What does that say about you as a person? I think it's just, this whole thing becomes so personal. Like, people almost, I know when people talk about things as well, and they're sharing like, oh yeah, who their faves are and whatever it is, some people are very sheepish to say who their faves are, because they're like, oh, when you find out, what does that say about my judgment? What does that say about me as my character, my morals, and everything like that? Like, everything is so intertwined.
I mean, I'm not going to say my degree, but I do a module on celebrity culture, which is amazing, because I feel like it's intellectualized my personal experiences.
I love hearing about Nell's course, really.
When I've been a fool.
Oh, a fool.
Yeah,
F-O-O-L.
I'm not going to lie, those lectures be calling me out. I'm like, damn. But one thing we do talk about are just general theories in terms of celebrity, how celebrities are created, and how celebrities are marketed and formed. Celebrities are formed, right? Okay, even though some of them, and there's different types of celebrities, and I'm not even going to get into the theories of that, because low-key I have an essay to write. But when it comes to the attention economy, right, we we move on to things quick.
Yes.
And that's only gotten quicker as time has gone by. I think it's hard to accept that the person that you love so dearly, that you like so dearly, who you will defend like to the moon and back, right, is crafted. That is not who they are. And that is every celebrity. Whether you think they're genuine or not, and this is nothing to attack their character, this is business, it is work. And they can have passion and heart in whatever they do, whether that's reality TV, music, acting, it's crafted. There's a management team, there's a PR team that is crafting a very specific image so that you can relate to them. And that image changes from person to person based on the different marketing tactics they do to make sure that one image fits many different experiences. That is hard to accept. And that is something I'm still learning to accept. The people I identify with to this day, that I will defend till this day, they are not real.
That's the thing. Because even I feel like to idolize something is to still be out of reach of something. To put something on a pedestal is still out of reach. All the things that you are looking up to and you're placing so much emphasis on are out of reach. It's not a reality. And like you said, I think that is the most crushing thing. Accountability is something that can be so, I guess, more concrete. It's something that you can do, whether it's, you know, saying something to someone, writing something, you know, there are ways to actively seek out accountability in a more tangible way. But in terms of the... Oh! Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry. We're back. Sorry, I had a little coughing fit.
Guys, we nearly lost her. Oh my god.
She's still...
See?
Nell has been through it, and that is very real.
It's those
That right there is very real,
Yeah.
people. But what I did want to say is, like I said, the accountability seeking part of it is a very real process. It's something that can be actually done, but the emotions we have tied to these figures are very abstract.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, it's hard to step into that reality because of the joy that, come on, fantasy sometimes brings a lot of joy. Like, to be just completely enveloped in someone's evolution, artistry, intelligence, everything that makes them them. It's almost like you're living vicariously through them. You're enjoying every aspect of them.
I'm curious, Mara, what do you think?
Yeah,
I was just sitting back enjoying
sorry,
listening.
you done got me on a spiral.
I mean, it's empty.
I love to listen to the psychology of it.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know how I feel. I think in one way I agree with the whole realizing that something you have dedicated a lot of time to, invested a lot of money into, invested a lot of yourself into is almost not a facade. I don't want to say that, but I'm going to use your word crafted. It almost, you know, the realization of you getting scammed.
It's a lot of Listen, you have to relinquish a lot of pride when it comes to holding your faves accountable.
I think a lot of that's and what I was going to say. I think a lot of people would rather be on the defense and not admit that they're kind of being it's not fooled though. It's just kind of manipulated in a way to have this parasocial relationship. I think a lot of people would rather not admit that because they feel that would make them seem like an idiot when it's not. It's literally just the business.
You know, like, those
it's
quotes?
nothing personal.
You know those quotes that people say that they're like, oh, even if this person has 100 haters, I'm still a fan. Or even if this person has 100 fans, I'm still a fan. Even if there's only one fan left on the earth, it's me. Or one hater left on the earth, it's me. People, people, even though it's not unique, there is something that everyone feels is unique about their connection with this person.
Yeah.
It's like tunnel vision. You only see yourself and that. It's like when people go to concerts. I've been in concerts and I've literally just felt like it was just me and that artist in the room.
It's a very what's that word? You know when you take drugs? No,
Huh?
not you personally, no, because none of us do that. But like,
Psychedelic. Or...
yes, it's like a psychedelic type of feeling. You want the next hit. You'll keep.
Damn,
You're
that's a
keeping.
lot of drug talk.
You'll keep.
Guys, we're not affiliated with that
Oh
kind
my
of
gosh,
thing.
I don't know. See, I don't even know the terminology, so you know I'm not. I also do think. Oh my gosh, is that a plane?
When have your gushes become goy?
Is that a
Shit.
bird?
Is that
No, it's Superman.
Oh!
Sorry.
Where have I just ended up?
Well, I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, sorry. I was gonna say, I also think another aspect that plays into it is like lifestyle changes or lifestyles in general.
Oh, okay.
Because
What lifestyle? We're talking diet, health, exercise.
I was just saying
Or like-
generically lifestyle, like
Like you move on.
patterns of behavior. Anyway,
That was the segue to allow you people to do. This is a skill.
that was a very badly executed skill then.
No, please don't let that be a representation of me. But yeah.
No, because realistically, I feel like because you've noticed we've all spoken about this in the realms of when we were younger. Oh, you brought it back to the now. But most of the time we brought it back to when we were younger. We have a completely different lifestyle to that now. I'm not gonna lie.
thank
We
God.
had nothing else to do. We were bored. We were sick. Well, we had
there you go,
exams and stuff. But realistically, and now said it before, like no one cared about a little year 8 kid. So realistically, we had like the time, and that also led into more investment. Now, if you we don't have time to do anything, but it's like a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Some people never actually enter this putting people on a pedestal or idols, but that's just because they haven't had the lifestyle that allows them to do so.
Also, some of the figures that are here now, there's different ways in terms of cultivating their like fan base or the people that ride for them. There were a lot stronger techniques applied before, more solid ones. That's why you see a lot of people. You can tell which ones don't have the groups that will deviate. The ones that will ride for a cause, even if it's a blind one.
Oh,
Listen, a spade is a spade. Like,
is it though?
I believe so.
What is a spade?
Enough. No.
What is a spade?
That's not what I was trying to do.
Because
God.
realistically,
Stop it.
What
is
are
it?
we?
Let it go. Drop it.
Are we
Drop
on
it.
Earth?
who knows?
Nah, cut a mic. Oh, but she's the audio engineer. Somebody get a hold of this thing.
No, but realistically, if a tree falls in the
You trying to take her out?
Oh, okay.
Are we here? Is this another dimension? Is there a parallel universe? Are we evil in the parallel universe? Does the parallel universe and us intersect?
You know this is getting cut, right?
Are you editing?
Oh!
Well, I've been now.
I've been Tammy.
And I've been Mara. And this has been the Not Too Much podcast. If you didn't know before,
You
best know now.
Whoop whoop.
Oh.
Woo! Sorry, she didn't lost her voice again, bitch. Calm down.
But season 2 is over.
Period.
Well done, guys. I'm proud of you.
I want bread now. Oh,
That's gonna be the loudest start to any episode ever.
No, because she actually put the puff in Magic Dragon because why she go before she started a freaking dialogue.
I was in my Beyonce
I'm so
like
sorry.
Dubai era, like touching the mic and everything.
Beyonce made words come out of her mouth.
Tammy, I'm gonna need you to move back a little bit from the mic. 'Cause you were really loud
After
at
all
the
this rearranging,
just move yourself back.
why must I move?
It's an inanimate
Rosa
object.
said no.
Now, how did we bring Rosa?
Speaking of Rosa, so
Move back, Tammy. Do you see what I have to do as an audio? Ciao.
speaking of Rosa, tell them Rosa must have had a very specific personality.
So
type.
Mara's not